It's Wednesday. It's anti-procrastination day. And I know what's going on at your house. And I know some of you have said this several times already today. I don't know why I can't get the chat up. I don't want a chat overlay. So get on in here. We're going to talk about I don't have time. How many times have you said that today? I don't have time. I don't want a chat overlay. I'm going to change that back. So I want to see a show of hands, everybody. Get on in here. How many of you have said today, out loud, in your head, I don't have time? I just washed my hair, y'all. It's still a little wet. I didn't think I had time to wash my hair, but guess what? At 2 o'clock or 2:10, I washed my hair. Stuck my head under the bathroom sink and washed my hair. And feels pretty good now. It's feeling grody. You know that feeling? It's feeling it was just a little bit out of my control, but I said to myself, it's anti-procrastination day. I just said to myself, I don't have time to wash my hair. And you know what? I did. It took me 2 minutes and then I blow dried it after 15 minutes of being in a head towel. So y'all, this is one of my favorite cups. Oh, hot tea in my favorite cup. Let me stir it. This is a good cup of tea. It's not as dark as it looks. It's the inside of the cup is stained over years of having hot tea or coffee in this cup. Mm, I love that cup. Anyway, so when we tell ourselves we don't have time, what we're really saying, this is just a huge red flag. When you say, I don't have time, what you're really saying, you don't finish the sentence. You don't finish the sentence. What you're saying is, I don't have time to do it right. I don't have time to do it like my mama did it. I don't have time to do it like my daddy did it. I don't have time to do it like my granny did it. No, none of us have that time. None of us have that kind of time. But you know what we do have? And Sage just said it. We have 2 minutes. And whenever you hear yourself say, I don't have time, set your timer. Yes, your timer for 2 minutes and just do 2 minutes worth. And you're going to be blown away. You are going to be just so surprised at what you can get done. I washed my hair in 2 minutes. Now, blow drying, it took a little longer, but I waited 15 minutes and did the blow dry thing. Now, it's still wet in the back. I only did the sides because I only see the sides. But it feels better. It looks better. And I've never been one to use any dry shampoo on my hair. My sister was telling me about that this morning. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. When I can stick my head under the bathroom sink, put a little shampoo on it, and rinse it out, and I'm good to go. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. You know, there's two kinds of people. There's born organized people, and there's people like us that get sidetracked, get discouraged, and we all walk up to that line. And you know what that line is? That line is perfectionism. And when we walk up to that line, the born organized person goes overboard. This is why they're always tired. They just go overboard. They don't know how to pace themselves. They don't know how to pace themselves. They just get it, they do it till they get it done. But for us, when we walk up to that line, we say, I just don't have time to do it right now. I'll do that later. And then that kicks off the avalanche of procrastination. And one thing leads to another. And before you know it, everything's falling around off tables around you. It's one big chaos mess. And when we can nip that I don't have time. When's the last time you read a story to your children or to your grandchildren, or when they came up to you with a book and said, "Mommy, please read this book," and you said, "I don't have time." What a shame. We do have time. We do have the same 24 hours in a day, just like everybody else, and we can do this. But we've got to recognize when we say those words, "I don't have time." It's 4 words that are like a 4-letter word. Really, what it's telling your family is you don't have time to spend time with them. You don't have time to enjoy their little lives. So I don't have time is just an excuse. It's kind of like whining, but it's your perfectionism that's causing it. It's causing it every single day. Because with everything in your life, you're saying, "I don't have time." You're putting off your own life. That is the ultimate procrastination, is not living your life to its fullest. So, folks, recognize when you say, "I don't have time," and nip it in the bud by doing exactly what Sage said. Do 2 minutes. It's 2 minutes to peace. 2 minutes to peace. 2 minutes to peace. And you are going to be so surprised at how much you can get done in those 2 minutes. I washed my hair. It takes me longer to wash my hair in the bathtub than it did that. 2 minutes. Well, everybody drink your tea. Now, Justin and I have come to a conclusion. We're going to be getting on TikTok. And I know a lot of you don't want me to do that, but here is the deal. Young people are on TikTok. Young people are on TikTok. And we got to get them to our Fly Lady messages. We've got to get them to seeing the difference that just 2 minutes can make, and that how routines and how habits and routines all work together to get rid of the stress in their lives. They're so stressed out, they don't know what to do. They don't even know where to start. But you didn't either. You didn't either. You came here and you heard this woman say, "Go shine your sink." And you know what? You did it. You stepped up and you did it. You shined your sink. That's a powerful thing, going to shine your sink. Well, when I get off here, I'm going to go get signed up for TikTok. I don't know how to do it, but I'm going to jump in and I'm going to do it. So y'all drink your tea. Take some time to take a break. This is a break for me. I don't talk to anybody all day practically. And I get to talk to you. Here's what you got to do, y'all. If you want to see me when we first start up, you need to take your phone, and there's a clock right here on your phone. And you hit that clock, and you can set an alarm for 11 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time or Eastern Standard Time, or 3 o'clock. Set 2 alarms for 11 and 3. And you can make them repeat themselves for 5 days, because I'm usually not on here on Saturday and Sunday. Sometimes I am, but not often. I sometimes do a replay. But the main thing here is to set the alarm. Don't count on Facebook or YouTube to remind you. Don't do it. I actually sent out an email preparing everybody to get in here earlier because I played yesterday's show because yesterday we were spam copped really bad, and we still are today. But I sent yesterday's show out at 2 o'clock and said, "Join me in a few minutes for our next show at 3." I follow some people that do 2 or 3 shows a day, and they have so much fun. I follow Mark Lowry. He sings gospel hymns. He was in the Gaither family, Gaither vocal band for many years, and he's retired. And he doesn't even have a set time for doing his shows. He just says whenever. That's what he named it, and he got one of these. This is funny. He is in a small apartment or house. I don't know what it is, but a condo, I think it is. And he got one of these Murphy beds that pull down, and on the when he puts, because he never would make his bed up. And this is hilarious. And he put a neon light on his Murphy bed that when he lifts it up, it says just whenever. And he comes on and does songs just whenever. He says, I don't want to be tied down to a schedule. It's more power to him. More power to him. Just whenever. And he says, when I leave the light on, I think he has a switch for it. When he leaves the light on under his bed, it's like he has this night light that glows like one of those cars that's lit up from underneath. So it's so funny. But he just does a show whenever he feels like it. He likes to sing, and that's God's gift to him. God's gift to me is running my mouth. Yesterday, Justin asked me, "Well, what are you going to talk about? What are you going to talk about in your afternoon tea time?" And I said, "Well, I need inspiration." He said, "Well, I guess that's what you're going to talk about." That's what I did. That's what I did. So, folks, as Mark says, just whenever. But I come on at 11 and 3. I need a real close time. It keeps me grounded, and it keeps you from having to guess. So set your alarm and join us. Join us at 11 Eastern Time and 3 Eastern Time, and just figure out what that is. It's 8 o'clock Pacific Time in the morning, and it's noon. But you can listen to it just whenever you want to. You know, you don't have to be live with us. You can still enjoy the show. So remember, when you hear yourself say or think it, I don't have time, what you're really saying is, I don't have time to do it right. And that's perfectionism. I love you all. Be good, kind, and sweet. Be good to yourself by getting rid of your perfectionism. It's everywhere. It's everywhere torturing you. Be kind to others by getting rid of your perfectionism, because perfectionism drives us nuts, and it drives them nuts too. And then show the world that you're not a perfectionist by letting that sweetness and joy come out of you that comes from the good Lord. I love you all. I will catch you tomorrow morning. It's question and answer day. Get your questions in. We're collecting them. I'll see you after a while. After a while, crocodile.